Everyone can grow something somewhere. I fully believe this because I started out in an apartment learning how to grow tomatoes, potatoes, peppers, those kind of things in pots, in old recycling bins, and even grow bags. I recently had a new subscriber to our community tell me they wanted to know how to grow tomatoes in pots. Well, what I have are some grow bags that I'm going to show you how to do this. We did it a lot in my TikTok lives. So if this is your first time around here, my name is Angela. This is Angela's Seeds to Suppers. And if you like content like this, I would love for you to subscribe, follow, like, comment, share, all of those things. Even save this video so you can come back to it later. But when you like or follow, the algorithm is going to bring you back to this kind of content, not just me, but this kind of content over and over again. So let's get this planted in a grow bag. This is a 5-gallon grow bag. Now, if you're watching this on TikTok, I will have a link, a shopping cart link right there for you. This company happens to have 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, and 10-gallon bags for a tomato, pepper, eggplant, or zucchini type squash. You want a minimum of a 5-gallon bag. So if you get the 10-gallon, you could put this and another pepper plant, or this and a basil plant, something like that together. First thing I've done is I have some free wood chips that I'm still using up. I'm putting these in here to collect moisture, to kind of retain moisture in here. You do not have to do this. This is something I do to try to help with costs. If you don't have wood chips, start throwing your kitchen scraps down in there. If you have a neighbor or a friend, if you happen to be in an apartment and you don't have any filler type stuff like this, ask someone you know with a house to save you some grass clippings. But you could put straw down in here. Again, if you have some type of we have a little composting thing on our countertop that I could throw the whole compostable bag of kitchen scraps down in here, coffee grounds, anything that can help you fill this up to save money on your potting mix. But if you just have potting mix, that is perfectly fine too. You could mix some play sand, something like that in it to try to get your potting mix to go a little bit further. Another great idea, particularly for tomatoes, peppers, and zucchini and eggplant. I just don't grow eggplant. Is to put a banana peel down in here. And as it disintegrates throughout the season, that will feed the plant with really great potassium. This is an Ozark pink variety. I'm going to try to sell this at my plant sale this week. I'm selling these in the pot, kind of a ready to go and grow type of thing for people who are kind of hesitant to plant their own. They can get this for $10 and it's ready to go. And these will be reusable year after year. You'll notice that it is at an angle. With tomatoes, you want to bury as much of the plant as you are comfortable doing. Now this one is kind of stiff and I don't want to break it. So I'm kind of laying it to the side. I just put a thin layer, looks like about that deep, of soil on top of those wood chips. But if I weren't putting anything like wood chips in the bottom of this, I would just totally put this all the way down in the bottom and bury it as much as possible. And what's going to happen, if you watch my tomato planting video, it's the same premise as doing it in the ground. All of these little fuzzy hairs are going to produce roots, and particularly in a grow bag or pot, you want really good roots to keep your plant from drying out and becoming dehydrated throughout the summer. You do have to water pots and particularly grow bags more often. This black fabric is going to retain heat. If you put anything on concrete like I have here, that concrete is going to retain heat well into the middle of the night or even the next morning. So if you are using something like this on a deck, I definitely would put an old cookie sheet or a plant tray, something underneath it to protect your deck. But if you are doing something on concrete or black asphalt, I would put just some type of buffer in between to prevent my roots from drying out, during the middle of the day, and this needing actually a second watering in the evening. Now it's just a matter of getting your potting soil in there. If you are totally new to gardening, you want to make sure it is potting soil and not in ground or raised bed soil. Potting mix will give you something that will not pack down. It's going to have a higher peat moss ratio in it, probably. Some potting mixes even have vermiculite or a perlite in it, which is those little, perlite is the little white, they almost look styrofoamish, but I don't think they're styrofoam. Look like little beads in there. Those things are all going to help retain moisture, prevent your plant from drying out completely. Your plant. Now, I love these black grow bags because you do not end up with soggy roots, but it's a trade off, right? And in my situation, and I think even people in apartments with a balcony could do this. Last year I got a solar automatic drip irrigation system, and you can literally just hook up a 5-gallon water bucket to it. As long as it is daylight and that thing can get charged, you will be able to automatically water your plants. I had 5 pots of bell and spicy peppers in these last year. Worked perfectly. Just set it to water automatically and didn't have to stress out about them getting too dried out in the middle of the day. I'll be doing that again this year. I showed that a lot, demoed that a lot in my lives last year, but when I get that set up, I will definitely be doing a video on that too. Okay, we're almost done. I'm just going to go up a little bit higher. And then what I always do with these, you do not have to do this. This is just something that's worked for me. As the plant grows, and whatever I have in the bottom is going to settle a little bit, right? As it starts to decompose, I will keep a bag of organic potting mix on hand throughout the season, and I will add more to the top just to, keep it full. And that also, because my potting mix has composted soil in it, that's just another way to like fertilize and feed it as the season goes along. Now, because this one is right at the edge of the soil, I am going to go ahead and pinch that off. And after I water this, there's our Ozark Pink ready to go for anybody who would like a lovely tomato plant to grow. Here's a couple more that I did last week. They're looking great, and they are ready to grow for the season. Now, it looks like it's still leaning a little bit as it's under the sun. These other two that I just showed you, they were doing the same thing last week, and you can see how much they've straightened out. Just trying to grow up toward the sun, they will automatically straighten out. This one is not leaning too bad, but I can kind of even, push it a little bit more this way. If you happen to not be watching this on TikTok, I will have the information for how to get to my TikTok shop showcase in the description below. And again, I hope you will like, follow, subscribe, share, save this for yourself for another day. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.